Hi everyone, in this video I'll share three things. First, the big water wasting mistake I made. Second, how to correct it. And third, how much water my family and I have been unknowingly wasting per flush. Let's get to it. The big mistake I made was incorrectly setting the toilet tank water level when I replaced the fill and flush valves in my Kohler toilet 10 years ago with universal fluid master parts. I followed the generic fluid master instructions that were geared for code compliance, but not for the 1.6 gallons per flush design of most modern toilets. While working on a toilet at my workplace recently, I noticed how low the water level was compared to the toilet at my home. I found that both had the same Kohler K4620 tank and realized that I had incorrectly set the water level in my home toilet tank. The fluid master instructions did not mention how to set the tank water level for 1.6 gallons per flush. An easy fix is to find the water level mark in the tank, but my tank does not have the water level mark. I found out that the water level mark was on the original Kohler flush valve tube that I no longer have. So here's a simple way to determine the proper water level for a 1.6 gallon flush. First, we note the height of the current water level, that in this case is 8.5 inches. Next, we mark the bowl water line with a pencil mark. We turn off the water supply valve and flush the toilet. The flapper will drop and the water level will not rise because the water supply valve is shut off. This is the base water level. Now we mark the 1.6 gallon or 6 liter water level in a bucket and fill water to the mark. Next, we pour the 1.6 gallons of water into the tank to establish the new fill water level. We measure the new water level, that is 6 3/4 inches, and mark the tank. Now we turn on the water supply valve and lower the float on the fill valve. Slightly lift the flapper by the chain to lower the water level. Let the water level automatically rise and adjust the float so that the water stops at the new tank water level mark. Now flush to test. The bowl flushes, quickly refills, and the tank refills to the new tank water level. The new water level was tested for a week by my wife and 2 adult kids who weren't aware of the adjustments. No problems were mentioned with flushing number 1 and number 2. To finish things off, we cut the overfill tube 1 inch above the new water line. Remove the refill tube clip, cut a piece of tape 1 inch tall, and place above the water line. Close the water valve and drain some water out of the tank. Use a ratchet cutter or small hacksaw to cut the overflow tube. The height of the cut overfill tube is 7 7/8 of an inch and matches the original Kohler overfill tube. Now we confirm that the height of the critical line on the fill valve is at least 1 inch above the top of the overfill tube for a proper air gap. If not, raise the fill valve. A simple way to measure this is to place a ruler across the top of the tank and measure the distances from the ruler to the overfill tube and critical line. The difference must be at least 1 inch. 3.5 inches minus 2 1/4 inch equals 1 1/4 inch. Reinstall the refill tube, open the water valve, and allow the water to fill the tank. Now to determine how many gallons were being wasted with each flush. We mark the old water level that was 8.5 inches. Fill a bucket with a gallon of water and pour the water into the tank until the water reaches the old mark. The remaining water in the bucket is about a quart, so 3 quarts or 3/4 of a gallon of water was being wasted with each flush of the toilet. A 2016 study said that an average person flushed their toilet at home 5 times per day. Let's say the 4 of us in my home each flushed our toilet 5 times a day for 365 days. My family of 4 wasted a total of 5,475 gallons of water each year. Wow. Here's another water saving video.